36 is the time right now. This morning, reaction continues after President Trump pardons two D.C. police officers involved in a deadly 2020 chase. Both men were sentenced to prison by a federal judge last year, but were allowed to remain free on bond pending appeal. Randy Ayala is in studio with reaction from both sides. Good morning, Randy.
Yeah, good morning to you, Wisdom. You know, President Trump had signaled earlier in the week that these pardons were coming, and it was made official from a post on the White House website. Now, Officer Terrence Sutton was sentenced to 5 years in prison for his role in the chase that ultimately ended with Karan Hilton Brown dying. Lieutenant Andrew Zabowski was sentenced to 4 years for trying to cover it up. And there's some mixed reaction over these two pardons here. On the social media site Blue Sky, D.C. Ward 4 council member Janice Lewis George, whose district includes the Brightwood Park neighborhood where this chase happened, said she was devastated by this news. Now, the Metropolitan Police Department put out a statement thanking President Trump and calling the officer's conviction unprecedented, saying in part, quote, "Never before in any other jurisdiction in the country has a police officer been charged with second-degree murder for pursuing a suspect. These members could never have imagined that engaging in a core function of their job would be prosecuted as a crime." Now, WUSA 9 spoke with Sutton's attorney, Kellen Dwyer, who throughout the case argued a judge had wrongly barred them from showing a jury evidence of Hilton Brown's alleged affiliation with the Kennedy Street crew gang. Now, Dwyer, who's been representing Sutton in his appeal, says Trump's pardon had corrected a, quote, grave injustice.
Officer Sutton was not even given the opportunity to make that defense. He wasn't even allowed to argue that he had a lawful basis for the stop and that he used a reasonable means to effect an arrest.
Why would you pardon this guy? You know, if you're breaking every rule, and he had the right to flee, and you shouldn't be using an unmarked police car to chase him up an alley.
Now, that was David Schertz, attorney for Hilton Brown's girlfriend. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser also releasing a statement here, which reads in part, quote, "While MPD has long believed that the unfortunate loss of life caused by this police pursuit was best addressed in MPD's administrative processes, not a criminal one, we nonetheless accepted the jury verdicts. We continue to focus on training and discipline to hold our officers accountable." Now, WUSA 9 did reach out to Hilton Brown's mother for comment, but as of this morning, we have not heard back just yet. Wisdom.
All right, Randy Ayala, thank you very much for that report.